Oh yeah, this is going to be a video on my Criterion Collection. This collection is by no means complete. It probably will never be complete. I mean, there's some titles I'm just not really interested in. There are some that I definitely want to get into the collection. Definitely a few upgrades as well on some of the DVDs I have. I've left a few of the DVDs out that I have already on Blu-ray. So I'm going to talk about a few of the titles, and if you got any questions about them, you know, just ask. I'll try to answer them if I can. First up is Carnival of Souls, real classic horror film. It's a great film. Second, Clean Shaven. This is Peter Green. I think Lodge Kerrigan directed this. Really good film about life into a schizophrenic man who's trying to find his daughter. Peter Green is absolutely brilliant in this. It took a long time for Lodge Kerrigan to film this. It took him a number of years, I think, with funding. Right, we have Sergei Eisenstein collection with Ivan the Terrible, Parts 1 and 2, and Alexander Nevsky. Brilliant films. The battle sequences are fantastic. The Battle of Lake Peepus in Nevsky, with the battle across the ice against the Teutonic Order is fantastic. Really good film. We have Equinox. That's an interesting one. I'm not like an enormous fan of it, but then again, it's been many years since I've seen it. This film, though, I'm a real big fan of. Friends of Eddie Coyle. Really brilliant 70s crime film, directed by Peter Yates. The booklet in this is really revealing as well, particularly into Robert Mitchum, who's quite a complex character. Also stars Alex Rocco as well. Guy who was actually he was in the Boston mob for a bit. He was associated with various factions. I think was he part of the Winter Gang or Whitey Bugler's lot? I'm not sure of the name of the gang, but I know he's associated with them. The Hit by Stephen Frears. This is an okay film. Terence Stamp plays a guy on the run from London. He's betrayed a lot of his fellow criminals, and who are the two hitmen? Hurt and Tim Roth are after him. It's a pretty good film. Homicide, David Mamet. This is a really good crime film. It's really good. Joe Mantegna is really good in it, as is William H. Macy. Really good one. David Mamet, you know, between him and Sidney Lumet, you know, really nails the New York crime scene of late 70s, 80s, early 90s. Peter Weir, Last Wave, Australian film. This is really quite weird. That's David, what's his name? David Corpip, Aboriginal actor. You see him in Proposition and Chant of Jimmy Blacksmith. Great film, that. Man Bites Dog. This is a brilliant film. Really hard hitting as well. Scene where he takes out the family in this and smothers the child. It's really hard hitting. I remember seeing it when I was about 13. It always stayed with me. We got Naked by Mike Leigh. Really brilliant performance by David Thewlis. He's fantastic in this movie. Really somber. really downbeat film. Vanishing. This is an unbelievably good film. Really amazing ending. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen this, definitely check that one out. Got David Cronenberg, Videodrome. I want to pick this up on Blu-ray. It's a brilliant film. Really good film. I'm a massive fan of Cronenberg. Wise Blood by John Huston. Really interesting one. Brad Dourif plays a young preacher. Performance in this is brilliant. Now onto the Blu-rays now. We have the original 310 to Yuma. This is so much better than the remake. You got Van Heflin. He's great, and Glenn Ford. He just oozes charisma in this. 12 Angry Men by Lumet, just absolute classic. Absolutely love that film. I think most people who've seen that film, they'd love it. Man Escaped. Billy Wilder's Ace in the Hole. Really great release that. We have Anatomy of a Murder by Otto Preminger. This is a really great courtroom drama. James Stewart, Ben Gazzara, really good. You still don't really, you know, there's a few kind of questions unanswered near to the end. You know, did he do it? Didn't he do it? You know, it's really good film. Army of Shadows. This is an absolutely brilliant film with Lana Ventura. French Resistance. It's a brilliant film. I mean, a lot of these films are, I mean, but that particularly. You've got Terrence Malick, Badlands. I think loosely based on the Charles Starkweather killings in, I think it was in Nebraska, mid to late 50s. Battle of Algiers. Love the cover of that, it's fantastic. Bigger Than Life, James Mason's absolutely, I think one of his best performances. James Mason is normally good in whatever he does, really. Yeah, Blowout, that's a really good one. John Travolta, and that's a really good one. We have Brazil by Terry Gilliam. I haven't seen that film in many years, many years. The Casual Foal. It's not the French Birdcage. If you've seen the Birdcage 96 American one, this is the French version 1978. Very good film. We have Carlos. I think this is one of the best films in the last 10 years. It's brilliant film. About Carlos the Jackal and various terrorist cells around Europe. It's brilliant. Le Cercle Rouge. City Lights by Chaplin. One of my favourite Chaplin films. Truthfully, I would say one of the best films ever made. I think it's brilliant. The range of emotion you can bring in a silent film, Chaplin really brings it. The ending of the film as well is incredibly emotional. You know, when you see him like really bedraggled. When he's kind of the smart tramp before he's really in a bad way and the kids are throwing stones at him, it's dead sad. Cronus, that's a great film. Devil's Backbone, another good one. Prefer Cronus. Cronus is a real favourite of mine. By Del Toro, very good. Down by Law, really good one. Really good film. Eyes Without a Face. Forgot how much this hurts the arm when you do it. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, just brilliantly madcap comedy. When the two main characters are off the head on ether and they're trying to go into that, I think it's part of the casino. It's just so funny. God, it has me in bits laughing. Four Feathers, it's a classic film. The Game, but entertaining. The Game is. Godzilla. I won't talk too much about 2014 one. I wasn't madly impressed with it. Gold Rush, another Chaplin, brilliant film, really good. Really hope. I think Criterion will be releasing The Kids. You know, probably sometime. Definitely pick that up. La Han. This is a really brilliant film. Really great. Set on a French council estate, in the early 90s. Vincent Cassel's brilliant, as the other two. Syed, I'm trying to think of the names. Hubert Condi and Saeed Tagamil, I think that's his name. They've both gone on to do different things, but Cassell being the most successful, but it's a brilliant film. Harakiri, Hidden Fortress, High and Low by Kurosawa. This is a really good one. Really good film. You know, the high state kidnapping. The Hunger. This is based on IRA provisional hunger strikes in '81. Michael Fassbender playing Bobby Sands. Absolutely magnificent. I think it's his best role. I think he's absolutely brilliant in that film. If Malcolm McDowell is his great madcap film, I'm a big fan of McDowell. Investigation of a Citizen Above Suspicion. This one came today, I thought I'd throw it in. It's Mad World. Totally, just a real madcap film. It's brilliant. Love watching that film. That's got the longer version on it. I believe it goes on for about 3 hours and 15 minutes. Kagemusha, brilliant Kurosawa film, set in the backdrop of the Sengoku Jidao in 16th century Japan. Culminates in the Battle of Nagashino, where the Takeda lost to the Oda Nobunaga. The Killing. This is just a fucking awesome film. Kubrick. It's really, really, really good. Who's the Elijah Cook Jr. And Sterling Hayden. I'm a big fan of. Kuroneko, love that cover art. Last Temptation of Christ, another one I haven't seen in a real long time. The Leopard, this Salzburg Lancaster, set during the Italian Revolution. The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp, really, really like this film. Directed by Powell and Pressburger. Medium Cool, really, really good one. Set during like the kind of the social upheaval of the late 60s. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, Bowie. Naked Lunch, absolutely just crazy madcap Cronenberg film. Always makes me laugh. Scene with Julian Sands near the end, it just has the scene to be believed. Night of the Hunter by Charles Lawton. Charles Lawton's first and last film, bombed spectacularly when it first came out. Thankfully afterwards, you know, it was seen, you know, as the truly great piece of cinema it was. Mitchum is absolutely outstanding in that film. It's absolutely brilliant. On the Waterfront with Brando. Oh, on the Waterfront, sorry, Marlon Brando. What a classic film. It's not a real cliche to say it's my favourite Brando performance. He's really good in that. Kirk Douglas in Paths of Glory. One of my favourite war films. Just so brilliant. Really just nails the sort of the madness of World War One. Just Kirk Douglas is just trying to talk to these generals, and they just won't pay any attention to him. Just craziness. Kurosawa and Rashomon. Another outstanding film. Red River, this is a great release, it's a brilliant western. Ride with the Devil, this is set in the backdrop of Kansas and Missouri, with the abolitionists and the anti-abolitionists going at it. I'm a big reader of the American Civil War, and there's better American Civil War films out there. It's not the best, and some of the cast is very suspect as well. I'm very averse to, I think it's Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. I really don't like him as an actor. That's just my personal opinion anyway. Right in Cell Block 11, really, really brilliant prison film. Rosemary's Baby, classic horror. Got Anton LaVey playing the devil. Real life, leading the Church of Satan, who's dead a few years now. Samurai Trilogy, that's a classic. Seconds by Frankenheimer. Seven Samurai, just classic. I could watch that film again and again. It's just absolutely brilliant. Seven Seal by Bergman. Showa, probably the quintessential Holocaust documentary. At times you'll be sad, and at times you just really you put a lot of hate in your heart watching that. Truthfully, some of the stories in that. Spy Coming from the Cold, Burton. Sweet Smell of Success, that cover art is absolutely fantastic. It's a great film as well. Stagecoach, just brilliant stunt work in that. Really brilliant. Oh, sorry, I missed that one there. I've got Thief. I spoke about this the other day in an update. Probably one of the best films of the 80s. Absolutely fantastic. Thin Red Line. A lot of stuff cut from that film. It's a very good war film. It came off, I think, just after Saving Private Ryan, or just before. Loads of scenes cut out, loads of characters. The Gary Oldman characters cut out. I think, oh God, what's his name? Mickey Rourke. That's it, Mickey Rourke. I think, is there deleted scenes on this? There could be, or at least I've seen deleted footage. Loads of other kind of characters. It was meant to be the film to launch Agent Brody, but it never really did at that time. Three Outlaw Samurai, that's a classic as well. Come towards the end now. Throne of Blood, just brilliant. Shane Maffini's fantastic in that. Uninvited, quite an early ghost story film by Lewis Allen. Really, really, really good film. Really eerie in places. Wages of Fear. Now, this is a unbelievable film. I mean, I just prefer Sorcerer over it, but that's not to say this isn't brilliant. It's just outstanding. It's just fantastic. Watch that film. And the last is Yojimbo and Sanjuro by Akira Kurosawa. Absolute, just classic films. Really great release as well. Just brilliant. Really good. So yeah, that's the end of the Criterions. You know, as I said, it's not like the biggest collection, but you know, I thought I'd show, because I'm going back to some of the shelf kind of videos. I'm going to talk about, you know, certain others, and I might do some more top. I haven't really done like lists of my favourite films. I'm thinking of doing lists of my Australian cinema, which I'm a big fan of, and give a few lists out there. You know, some recommendations. Hopefully, you know, draw people towards it, because it's a really good cinema. There's some real gems in there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing, and your comments are always appreciated. And I'll be back with another video soon. So cheers.